Welcome back to C-Dubs Disc Golf. Today we're going to be taking a quick look at the Dynamic Discs Judge. The flight numbers for the Judge are 2401, I believe, and I think that those are really accurate. It's just for me, which I have like an intermediate arm speed, it goes like just dead straight, and it has a ton of glide, so it'll just stay in the air for a long time. So I personally don't bag the Judge right now. I bag an Electron Soft Envy, but once I lose that Envy or gets too beat up or whatever, I definitely think I'll put the Judge in my bag, because it's just like it goes dead straight and it has so much glide. So if you want to put it on some high anhysers, it'll just hold it the entire way, and you can throw some really good like pushing hyzers. And the Judge is a great putting putter, but I think it's a very underrated throwing putter. The Judge is like pretty deep, and it definitely does have a bead. So if you don't really like beads, I maybe wouldn't recommend the Judge, and if you don't really like deep putters, I wouldn't recommend the Judge. But if you're fine with both of those, I could not recommend this more. It's just like a dead straight putter that goes super far. So I'm gonna go down to one side. So I'm gonna go down to the field. I'm gonna throw one shot on hyzer, one flat, and then one on anhyzer, and then I'm gonna come back over here, kind of compare the Judge to a couple of other putters I have, and then I'll give my final thoughts.
So I threw the hyzer maybe a little bit too high, but as you can see, it kind of just held it the entire way and then didn't get much skip at the end. Then for the flat shot, I threw this one pretty well, maybe a little bit too low, but it kind of just held the flat and then went dead straight. For the anhyzer, I threw maybe a little too high, but it kind of just held the anhyzer the entire way and then flexed out at the very end.
So now that we're back from the field, I have two other putters I'm going to compare the Judge to. I have a Pure and a Penny. The Penny's flight numbers are 3302, but I found that they're less overstable than they suggest. So it flies pretty similarly to the Judge, maybe a little bit more overstable, and it's definitely less shallow. So if you want a slightly faster, a little bit more shallow Judge, I would definitely recommend the Penny. And then I also have this Pure, which is a lot more shallow than the Judge, but it's also like dead straight. It does have a little bit less glide, so it won't stay in the air as long. But if you want a more shallow Judge, I would recommend the Pure. And it's also not beaded, so if you don't like beaded putters, I would recommend the Pure. Thank you for watching today's review on the Judge. Go check out some of my other disc reviews, and maybe leave a subscription, and I'll see you in the next video.